for us some of the opportunities that are there in terms of tourism, investment, etc. And we can all discover through the speeches, as well as the reception thereafter, we can have a taste of Uzbekistan and the opportunities awaiting for us there. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a very warm welcome for His Excellency, Ambassador Nabijon Kasimov. Thank you.
Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me first of all congratulate our ladies with a Women's Day today, and say thanks to the organizers of this Berlin Economic Forum, and especially Institute for Cultural Diplomacy and Mr. Mark Donfried. Thank you very much for this opportunity to present my country and for this stage. And now our world economy is become more and more global, and without cooperation, without understanding each other, it's difficult to be successful, difficult to develop any economy. And becoming more developing and active country in the region, Uzbekistan tries to build multilateral cooperation with all the regions of the world. So the new government of Uzbekistan, we have a new president for the last 2 years, and the new government, they launched a new strategy for development of the country, and several reforms in all spheres, especially in economy, social life, legal system, inner and foreign policy. During the last 2 years, Uzbekistan has established free currency exchange system with free floated currency course, and has liberalized investment policy and business sphere. Government is delivering guarantees for foreign investors and creating privileges for them. There are too many spheres where we are interested to attract investors. It's first of all chemical industry, pharmaceutical, oil and gas, infrastructure, automotive industry, agriculture. For example, in pharmaceutical market of Uzbekistan is the third biggest pharmaceutical market among the CIS countries, after Russia and Ukraine, with growth dynamic about 8 to 10%, and Uzbek pharmaceutical market is among the fast-growing markets in the CIS region. This is the one example, and of course oil and gas industry, it's also has a great potential where we can we are looking to attract the investments. Now, of course, we can talk a lot about the different spheres, different directions in the cooperation, but you know that for the last 2 years, as I mentioned, we have launched a very wide range of the reforms in different spheres. So it's now country became more open, and all the steps of the government more transparent, and country is open. You know that many partners who worked with Uzbekistan for the many years, they described the country. They described the country before as I would say as a black closed box. Now it's opening, and there are too many opportunities for everybody to discover the country and to find and to cooperate. So of course today we have ITB, the biggest tourism fair in Berlin, and we have the delegation. We have the Uzbekistan stand there, because tourism is one of the biggest and important sector of our economy, and we try to develop this sector, because for the last starting from Soviet time, and for the last 25 years, it was also country was so close that it was not well known in the world for the world tourism for tourists, and now we are getting more open and trying to attract more not only investors but also ordinary people, tourists, to visit Uzbekistan, and we have too many things to show. Yeah, you know, the Great Silk Road, all these cities, Samarkand, Bukhara, Khiva. So we call them these cities. We call the museums under the open air. So you can just. So I don't want to talk a lot. I want to give the floor to our minister. The minister is the chairman of the Committee for Tourism Development of Uzbekistan. He will describe more about the tourism. We would like today focus on tourism sector to present my country from the touristic point of view. And please, Minister Abdulaziz Akulov, he will make a small speech, and then we will show also the presentation. And after that, we invite you all to not only to hear about Uzbekistan, but also to test it. We prepare some Uzbek dishes for the lunch, and we hope you will enjoy it. Thank you very much.